Gearhulk Creativity deck. This deck was really impressive when we played on Thursday. We also trophied with this deck. I'm actually playing I've updated the sideboard a lot to be on the full 4 Disdainful Strokes, and then I cut the 4th Dig Through Time for 3rd Prismari Command as a hedge for the unlicensed hearses that were obviously very good against us and very common in the metagame at the moment right now. But yeah, this list looked really good. I think that these are some good updates to the list too. About the sweeper that makes a blood. I don't know what card you're talking about, but I'm open to... Vampire's Vengeance. 2 damage each non-vampire creature, create a blood token. That seems like somewhat mediocre against mono green. It's probably okay against mono blue. And like not that relevant against like too many other matchups. I spent so long. I was playing a lot of this one card. It was a 3-mana 1/4 reach, and it could block Smuggler's Copter. And I can't remember the card had more text. It was like whenever you cast a non-creature spell or instant or sorcery, like you got to deal 1 damage to something, I think. But that was my sideboard card for the vehicles matchup. And it wasn't enough. I played a ton of that standard, and I've lost more games to Gideon Ally of Zendikar than any other card for sure. Like Lightning Weaver. I think it's Weaver, not Reaver. But I've lost so many games to freaking Gideon Ally of Zendikar. Oh, Weaver of Lightning, yeah. 1/4 human reach, cast instant sorcery, deal 1 damage to creature and opponent controls. Looks like the green-red ramp deck. Has anybody played this green-red ramp deck and also played mono green? If so, how do you feel about it compared to just mono green devotion? What's my favorite tournament I've played in? The second Pro Tour I qualified for, which was the 25th anniversary Pro Tour. It was the only team Pro Tour, and it was the only one that you could ever play Legacy at. And I got to play in the Legacy Seed, which was like a real it was awesome to get to play Legacy at a Pro Tour. Like that was just like, you know, not something that really happened. I think I want to cycle the Censor here. Next turn we can Creativity X equals 2, but we don't currently have a Magma Opus. Not that you necessarily need those. I think it's better to shock decks. I guess that makes sense. 50-50 versus it with mono green. Interesting. I played Ad Nauseam Tendrils, I was definitely an Ad Nauseam deck specialist back then, and I had just millions and millions of hours with that deck. So we get to Sokenzan. I'm happy to have the full 4 Disdainful Strokes and the full 4 Gusts for this matchup, by the way. But we can channel this. Creativity X equals 2. Just put 2 Gearhulks into play. Cast Consider. But if we draw Magma Opus, I'm not sure if it's better to do something else. We can just see what we draw. Dig Through Time. So Dig is pretty interesting, since I would much rather Gearhulk this back than I would a Dig Through Time. I can also than a Consider, and I'm also like pretty likely to find a Magma Opus that I can discard into turn and untap Creativity X equals 2, Dig, and Opus. So I think I'll just hold this up this turn. Obviously the big problem here is that my opponent has a lot of mana, and I don't have very many counter spells in my deck besides just Censor to like hit off the dig, so we'll see what my opponent has here. 6 mana for creature spells. Probably a Dragon Lord Atarka. Yeah, the green decks are really popular. I'm definitely not messing around against them. Okay, so now I guess what I'm mostly hoping to hit with the dig is going to be land plus Magma Opus, so I can go upkeep, flashback, or on their turn, flashback Opus, tap Cavalier, tap Dragon Lord Atarka, hit them for 4. somewhat likely to hit land plus Opus here, but, you know, obviously just have to. And not hitting Opus probably puts me in a losing scenario. This is lethal damage. I have to put some blocker out here, so I guess we just have to go Gearhulk flashback. Flashback dig, block Cavalier. But I don't know how we deal with the Atarka. Would one of Sublime Epiphany be total nonsense? I don't know that it would be total nonsense, but it does seem a bit dopey. Like, what's great about Magma Opus is you can discard it and for value. But, you know, 6 mana spells are pretty castable in Pioneer. Still no Magma Opus after double dig. Brutal. Probably gonna have to go to game 2. What makes this 1.1 version Stroke on the sideboard? Yeah, sideboard's like I think 5 or 6 cards different. And then we have the third Prismari Command of the main deck. Although I don't. Did we even play any leagues with Prismari Command? I think we played only one league with Prismari Command last time. Renin 7. I forgot they played this card. Prismari Command. So I can loot, make a treasure token. But I think even if I hit like Magma Opus, I can't Creativity X equals 2. I did hit the Opus, but yeah, the one Opus I can't do it at instant speed. To tap the Atarka, we're dead. If I get double Opus, I could maybe kill Atarka, but we can just go to game 2. Oh, Creativity them. I always forget that that's a line you have access to. Yeah, sorry. I always forget about that line. Things obviously get way better post-board. 4 Stroke, 4 Disdainful, 4 Gust. I think I'm going to go down 1 Prismari Command, 3 Censor. Click Submit. Yeah, I've been more and more impressed by Disdainful Stroke too. The card has been like really, really impactful for me. I'm even starting to think it's like it feels almost main deckable to me, but like not quite main deckable. Think about the version with Niv in the side for matchups like Spirit or Blue-White. I mean, I'm not sure if that's necessarily a different version so much as it's like, you know, one different sideboard card, but it seems like a reasonable sideboard card to play. Oh, last league. Go with 3-2 the last league. Yeah, Greasefang has some 4-drops. They have like Dig Through Time. Mono Red is also like just like nowhere to be found. It does completely miss Mono Blue, which is pretty bad. There's some creaking over there. I don't know what it was. Is it my chair? I don't think it's my chair. Okay, hoping to hit a land so I can Fable. Did hit the land for the Fable. Unfortunately, we don't have a good instant to discard for the Creativity yet. It's be okay. Yeah, I don't think Hornet Queen's probably all that good, but it is very nostalgic. Nostalgic Queen. Another land. We don't necessarily need the land so much because we've got this making mana. I think I'll discard Gearhulk land. I could discard Gearhulk Creativity and then definitely, and I could go like, I guess land, Fable, Stroke. Maybe that's better. It feels weird to discard both payoffs, and obviously like if we draw land like we did, it's kind of worse, but our hand being kind of awkward and Fable being able to make lots of mana, Fable being able to copy a Gearhulk down the line, I think that this is fine. Yeah, Agent of Treachery is currently legal in Pioneer. Yeah, one card that like is like shockingly not that played in the format is Fires of Invention. Like the mono red Fires deck is fine, I think, but I feel like the 4-color versions that play billions of Planeswalkers are a little misbuilt, and they need to be playing more sweepers and stuff. Just kind of first pick up some steam. Yeah, I think that deck's decent. Which card is better, Seasoned Pyromancer or Fable? Seasoned Pyromancer is way better. I know like Arielax had like a viral tweet declaring Seasoned Pyromancer to be better, or Fable to be better. It's, in my opinion, not as good. I think I need to find a payoff here, hopefully. I know I discarded 2, but I think I had to when I did. Well, I guess that's gonna have to do. It is nice that we're in hardcast Magma Opus range. Is the stream going to be Pioneer Focus post RRCQ? I mean, I don't know, dude. I'll just continue to play like whatever I'm interested in. I have been interested in Pioneer for a while. Although I took like a 2 or 3 week break before the ban happened. But you know, we just had the ban in the format. The format I think is decent at the moment. I probably will play Modern tomorrow. I doubt we're gonna be. I really doubt for the foreseeable future we're gonna be 100% Pioneer. But again, just going to continue playing what I'm interested in. When I'm interested in it. I guess we also have like the double reflections. So we can make a bunch of 1/1s on their instep. Spyro is better than Gloomstacks. Yeah, I mean these are the kind of like actually arguments that are kind of useless. Maybe I should let this resolve. Actually, I think I need to save this for like Ugin. Obviously, like, getting to block my Goblin tokens is kind of rough, but I think I'll probably still attack with both to get the extra treasures, because that's an extra 2/2 with the reflections next turn. And also, maybe I'll draw, you know, like a Gearhulk or a Magma Opus. Cool. So flip this, and then I have 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I guess we just attack with both Shamans. And then we can just go upkeep Magma Opus, tap Cavalier, tap Castle Garenbrig, probably. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we tap the Castle Garenbrig, we maybe get to keep them off Ulamog this turn. Oh, that's the 4 damage, sorry. 4 damage, tap, tap. Just kill the Cavalier. This only deals 4 damage. It doesn't. Oh, sorry. Main phase it to kill it. I think I would rather just tap it and deal the 4 to them, but maybe you're right. Average Sunchild, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Thank you. So I could use 2 treasures if they don't play anything to make 2 2/2s, or I could just. I could go. I guess I would make a 4/4 and a 2/2. Teamerscape Shift. Cool. I don't know that I could recommend Brazen Borrower in this deck very much. I know it's a bit of a meme. Play Brazen Borrower, make all your matchups good, but I think it is not a card I'd really recommend. They have Emrakul in their deck? They get Ulamog. I don't know if they have Emrakul or not. So we have to stroke this. Veil of Summer is still banned. So if I go Reflection, copy Elemental, I'm attacking for 14, but they have a pretty easy chump block. So I think we just start off with a 2-mana Dig Through Time. So I think I want to Gearhulk Opus on their turn, so I can tap Castle Garenbrig, Shrine, and then they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. And then I think I'll take the other Magma Opus, kind of close there, maybe not. Yeah, I would recommend not playing Brazen Borrower in the 75 of this deck at all. I don't know if you want to play 4 Scape Shifter 3. I know that you have a lot of card selection. But there's also, you know, discard, counter spells. I would probably recommend playing the full 4 Scape Shift. I would recommend playing the full 4 Lightning Bolts over the Brazen Borrowers. And beyond that, I think your main deck looks pretty good, pretty consistent, and is probably going to be able to catch some players by surprise. I'm not sure if Search for Tomorrow is necessarily the ramp spell you should be playing. Besides the Growth Spiral, one awkward thing about Search for Tomorrow is you can't suspend it if you exile it to Expressive Iteration. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be like end of the world or whatever, but it does feel like relevant. Okay, 4, tap, tap. Then we can hopefully just kill them with the Magma Opus next turn, although we will need to attack with the Goblin Shaman for the treasure. So if they kill my Shaman, then I can't Magma Opus. I would also probably recommend 4th Triome too. It's like pretty good with the Ren and 6 growth spiral, then also like keeping your mountain count high is relevant, maybe over the either second island or the first Otawara. Yeah, like, I mean, you could play Explorer, Sakura Tribe, Elder over the Search for Tomorrows. I could definitely see that being better. Explorer is also kind of good with Ice Fang to help you get Death Touch on this sooner. Sideboard looks pretty good. I may be interested in like 3rd Veil of Summer over like 2nd Tracker, but sideboard looks pretty good. Maybe interested in like Ancient Grudge too. Oh my gosh, we don't have a land for. I think my opponent's just dead on board, but we don't have a land for the Sulfur Falls. I just assumed we did. But yeah, they're just dead on board though. So we're going to game 3. Can you discard Opus, copy Hulk? Oh yeah, I think we probably could have done something like that to kill them next turn or last turn actually. Let's I think go ahead and just go to game 3. Could maybe see cutting a Fable on the draw for, yeah, I think 4 down to 3 Fable for the second Censor on the draw makes some sense. Yeah, the check lands are kind of rough, huh? I don't know. I think in this 24 land version, you don't really have better options. You could play like 4th Canal maybe over 4th Sulfur Falls though. But lands that enter untapped later are definitely relevant. Maybe play more basics. But basics are, I guess, tough in the creativity deck because of triple red.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Play Shivan Reef instead. People
What's
say
up?
that.
It's me,
I
your
don't
friend
know.
Aspiring Spike.
I think Shivan Reef kind of sucks. Any changes to the Phoenix list tried last week?
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Sorry. I think I'd be interested in cutting like 2 or 3 of the Izzet Charms for Thing in the Ice in this metagame. I don't know if I want to play 3 Thing in the Ice or 2, but I definitely still want to play 4 Shredder. Yeah, I definitely know that like in this deck, Sulfur Falls is going to intertapped a lot. But again, like you need a lot of blue sources, and you need like most of your lands to be actual dual lands too. You need most of your lands to be actual dual lands because you're playing this triple red creativity card. You can't afford to play like a lot of islands. So like that's why I'm playing the Sulfur Falls and like just fully recognizing that you need to have. They're going to intertapped like a bad number of the time, bad amount of the time. Right, pretty sure we hold up Gust next turn into creativity, although it could be reasonable to Fable this turn. And then if we Fable this turn, we can go creativity and hold up Gust the following turn. And maybe this is good because they can't really play any of their super duper scary cards this turn, right? They can't Ugin me, they can't Ulamog me. Not that Gust stops Ulamog or Ugin, but does stop the Atarka and does stop Mistcutter Hydra too. Yeah, this deck would love Remand. Wait, I'm actually a mana short because they just blocked the Goblin Shaman. Yeah, I guess they just blocked the Goblin Shaman, actually. Let's just, see what we draw. I'll see what we draw off the Fable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pretty bad if we get Ugin too, although Ugin's maybe beatable. I think I'll discard Pathway Shark Typhoon here. Maybe they won't block. Yeah, maybe they won't. Maybe they're scared of shock or something. No fear of a shock. I think that that's fine. I think that I'm probably going to be okay to wait another turn and like be able to potentially creativity X equals 2 on the Fable and a treasure token and still hold up a Gust. And I can also like dig through time / Prismari Command this turn. Maybe Prismari Command into dig through time. Although knowing about this Ugin, I'm gonna I guess I can try to prioritize finding a Disdainful Stroke to command to kill the Courser. I didn't think I wanted to main phase that because I might want to go Gust plus dig this turn. Although that would make me sack a treasure token. If they cast Dragon Lord Atarka, we don't need to. We can just like Gust that later too, or like kill it with the Magma Opus. Double. I guess double Magma Opus if we find one off a dig. So I think trying to dig for Disdainful Stroke makes a lot of sense here, and I think Prismari Command, make another treasure, draw 2, then sack a treasure. Is going to have to be the line here as well. That also digs us. We basically get like 10 looks at a Disdainful Stroke. Obviously, you would like to dig before we loot, but need to fill the yard up a little bit. Okay, there's a Stroke. Have to put back the 2 lands. Do still kind of need to land for next turn, so I guess we can go take Sokenzan Aether Gust or Sokenzan another creativity. Sokenzan Prismari Command. This is probably Aether Gust. Then we flip the Fable. Then we play Sokenzan, and we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! If we creativity X equals 2. I keep miscounting this, but if creativity X equals 2, we don't have the ability to counter something. So I guess we just target a treasure token, then we can start copying Gearhulk with Reflection next turn. And this turn we can just like kill the Courser, hold up Stroke for Ugin, be in generally pretty good shape. It's a hard deck to play. Target a Tarka to get rid of Ugin. I don't know how gusting a Tarka gets rid of Ugin, but I think I'm just going to hold up Disdainful Stroke for Ugin and then be able to go copy Gearhulk, flashback, dig through time next turn. Is Stroke really good? I think the current metagame is really good for Stroke. There's a lot of ramp decks. Very good sideboard card right now, I think. And there's also like a general like lack of counter spells in the format too, and so like people just like are like not like building their deck to be super afraid of a ton of counter magic. People keep asking if Agent of Treachery is banned in Pioneer. It's like I think the second or third time today. It is not banned. It's legal. I think in this deck it is better to like Gearhulk and Opus just play so well together in the creativity deck. I think it's better to be in on this here. It's also like a bit of a better win condition. Putting out an Emrakul the Promised End, so they currently have enchantment, creature, sorcery, land, planeswalker for 5 types, so Emrakul costs a mere 8 mana, which is kind of gross. Bold attack from my opponent though. Hopefully I can find another Magma Opus. Although I would love to be able to mill a Magma Opus with Consider and then be able to cast it in my opponent's upkeep. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get lucky enough to do that. So I think I'll just copy the Gearhulk, flashback, dig through time. Okay, there's another Opus. Although I'm not going to be able to cast it this turn. I think giving my opponent a Magma Opus on a turn where they're going to Emrakul me is probably incorrect. So You have to take the stroke, and then we just didn't have the Bugbear tap this turn. Spike not reading chat. What am I not reading? I should have censored it. Hold the stroke for Emrakul. Oh. Yeah, then sorry, but this is still gonna be fine. I think I have to bounce Reflection with my Aether Gust. I mean, I have to Aether Gust Dragon Lord Atarka, stroke the Emrakul. I know that the Reflection is gonna be really good against me, but we can rebuild. I think. I hope. Oh, I can censor this. I guess we do that. Yeah, but they can go Reflection, copy Gearhulk, use Prismari Command to kill Gearhulk and the Reflection, but I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do beyond that. I think we're going to be okay. Oh, fuck. Am I dead? I don't think I'm dead. Yeah, I don't think I'm dead, actually. Yeah, they can't cast the Opus twice. Seen the green-red ramp, Shuffle online, you think it's solid or just flash in the pan? I think it's kind of an interesting metagame call when like a lot of people are playing 1-mana removal spells for the mono-green Devotion matchup. That being said, I'm not sure. How can I cast Opus this turn? They can discard Opus to its ability, then they can go Reflection, copy Gearhulk, cast Opus. But I don't think that that's going to be as good as just Reflection, copy Gearhulk, flashback Prismari Command. Which looks like a line that they've missed. Or, yeah. Dude, Prismari... Emrakul is like the most like misplayed card of all time. Like, yeah, my opponent definitely should have gone Reflection, copy Gearhulk, kill Reflection, kill Torrential Gearhulk, Aether Gust, own Elemental token, and then facing no creatures on the combat next turn. Now they've just put themselves dead on board. Because they don't have mana to activate the Reflection anymore. I would say like the percentage of the time that this leads to a misplay is like by far the highest. Wait, they're looting and making a treasure? What am I missing? If they ripped land off first Opus, we die. Well, they flashed the Opus gets exiled, so I don't know how I don't think we die for sure. He just puts themselves dead on board. Yeah, it's just so easy when you Emrakul someone just to miss like one small thing or like just miss a line. It's a Gigantha deck. Maybe playing against Delver. Double Stormcarved Coast is awkward. If this hand draws an untapped land in the top 2, it's pretty good though. I think I'll draw a mulligan. Don't love this one. 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 1. Awesome. Love the elves. Opponent in the tank on how to sequence their turn 1 play. Okay, after playing Gigantha and Timber Crown Pathway. Trying to scratch my brain a little bit and figure out what that means. Also trying to think if I want to cycle Censor. I think that I am actually going to cycle Censor and just try to discard Opus next turn probably, or maybe my opponent will show me something that will make me not want to do this. Component on a brew. Gala Greeters. Another creature enters the battlefield, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Counter on Greeters, tap treasure token, 2 life. I feel like if this card made an untapped treasure token, or just a regular treasure token, it would be so much better. Gruul Ramp? Well, no, Gruul Ramp basically doesn't play Gigantha. How the slow lands felt? Curious of the general power. I think slow lands are Pioneer staples. You play them in a lot of your decks. I think good to not overthink it. I think I'm going to let them. Bone Crusher Giants. Just kind of looking for a creativity. Although Fable is pretty good. We can discard the Magma Opus to the Fable if we want. dig for creativity, perhaps. There's an old list that did played Escape to the Wilds instead of Cavalier. That's kind of interesting. Escape to the Wilds is a really good card. It's a card that, like, I feel like it's almost good enough for Modern. Ooh. It's pretty good, too. So I think I probably want to keep the Magma Opus in the hand so that I can try to hardcast Gearhulk next turn. Although this definitely punishes me. Drawing the creativity. Have to be fine, I guess. Try to stabilize next turn after chump block this turn. Probably taking big hit. Maybe we can Typhoon. Typhoon, make a chump blocker. Chump block. Untap. Flip Fable. Flip Fable. Discard Magma Opus. Attack. Then creativity the Fable to Gearhulk Opus. Yeah, but it seems like they're just playing green-red beatdown, which is cool. I've been saying this a little bit, though. Like, since the Winota ban, there is some design space for, like, green-red beatdown decks again. Okay. 4 mana, 2 cats. So, they're attacking for 8, 12. Could just chump block with the Goblin and be fine. And then if I could just take the hit. I could just take the hit. And then taking the hit would let me creativity X equals 2 next turn. Which seems kind of nice. What happens if I draw a land? If I go discard Typhoon. Yeah, I think I should just chump block and then make a treasure with the Magma Opus. I'm probably overthinking it a little. If I draw a land, I can still creativity X equals 2. Because I can target the Fable token. And just being at 6 seems pretty nice. Then draw a land. We have to kill 2 of their blockers, though. And make another blocker of our own. Or sorry, 2 of their attackers. So we have 3 blockers. Are we dead, though? Hold on, sorry. 1. So they can activate Din, Crew. I can go block, block, block. Go to 2. They have to have Okay, yeah, I guess even creature to crew, I'm still alive. Unless I'm miscalculating. Yeah, they have to do a burn spell or like a Bone Crusher Giant. Feels bad to not be able to copy the Gearhulk next turn, though. So I think we eat the Chariot. I guess trade with the Bone Crusher, chump, trade here, go to 2. Probably the best blocks. Oh, I didn't cast the. Oh no, I didn't cast the Consider. Sorry, I thought I yielded until end of turn, not through the turn. That may cost us the game. Sorry. I'm not even sure like what our outs would have been overall though. Like here, we can make 2. We can kill a creature, kill a blocker, make another blocker. It's just not enough. But yeah, we would need to figure out how to Opus again this turn. Okay, another matchup for the 4 of Aether Gust, though. Definitely like the Prismari Command against the Chariot decks, too. Creativity on upkeep would have been better. Creativity is not an instant. Something like this. What about the Lotus Field deck in the meta? I think it's not very favored against Mono Green and Mono Blue, which are 2 of the most popular decks in the format. So it's kind of probably not a good choice. Still a scary deck overall. Looks like the Geeky Combat Celebrate. Yeah, they're probably playing Fable. And then I just feel like Fable is like so slow and fragile to like want to like really make your deck worse by playing Combat Celebrant, but I could be wrong. Maybe a a game where we use the treasure for mana. Hopefully you draw a land next turn, though. Uh-oh, okay, so now I guess I'm not... No, I probably still need to discard the Opus. I just, like, lose it to the Hearse. It's gonna get lost no matter what, probably. And, like, I really need to play this Fable this turn. And against a deck like red-green, just using creativity as a way to make just make like 2 or 3 5/6s, or I guess this game could only be max 2 5/6s. That may be fine. Yeah, I know creativity can kill the Hearse, but they can respond and exile the Opus. Okay, so just I guess are they gonna attack for 3? Probably not good to let me get the treasure token, right? I guess I'm probably pretty happy with this. Another Impulse. I think we'll discard 1 Gearhulk, 1 Impulse. Okay, so now we have Prismari Command, which can kill the Hearse. So I think we probably just want to take a turn to do that. And then also use the Impulse to kill the... whatever this is called. Reckless Stormseeker, and we can do that in response to them tapping the Hearse end of turn. What's the point of playing Mono Blue Spirits over Banter Reserves? It's way better, your mana's way better, your curve's way lower. You get to play a ton of cheap, powerful interaction. And you also get to play Ascendant Spirit, which needs you to be monocolor, all snow lands. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize we could just hardcast Gearhulk. Yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Yeah, there's also so much 3 damage removal that I don't think Spell Queller's that good. I have kind of started to like mess around with a Bant Flash deck. I don't know if it has any legs. I remember I wanted to put Rewind in here. It's not really like much of a deck so far. But I think Nightpack Ambusher is pretty powerful, underplayed. I remember I wanted to have my 4 drops before Rewind, 4 Nightpack Ambusher, and then 2 Wandering Emperor. I don't know if Archangel Avacyn is good, and then this deck's early game is probably trash. But I was kind of thinking you could play Azurius Charm too. I was wondering if Azurius Charm was going to be any good. Maybe not. Like, not killing Mana Elves is kind of tough. Yeah, you could play Growth Spiral too. Let's think about that. Okay, go into game 3. Search Charm is trash. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's a card I got a soft spot for. Yeah, you could maybe play Filled Mystic over Rewind too. Again, just like, not even a half-cooked idea yet. Really nothing better than Jamoka Command? I think Jamoka's Command is great. I don't know. I was pretty hyped about the Jamoka's Command, to be honest. Guess we just put back the second Sulfur Falls. Jamoka's Command is like one of those, I think, really powerful spells that just doesn't see a lot of play because it has weird deck building restrictions. I don't think I'd play Spectral Sailor. It's kind of good with Rewind, though. Cinder Vines, huh? We can probably keep a Gearhulk. Does get Cinder Vines. Just imagine casting Rewind off Lotus. People keep saying Rewind is good with Lotus. It's not, because Lotus makes you sacrifice the lands that you would otherwise be using to sacrifice the lands that you would otherwise be using to untap with Rewind. It can be good, but I think it's not that big of a synergy. So hopefully we can Prismari Command, kill Galagreeters in response to them casting a creature, and then make a treasure, and then Gearhulk them. Any chance for Broker's Charm? Let me reread that one. I remember like not really liking this card in Modern. Is it not just, it's no apostrophe? Is that how you spell broker? Yeah, it must not be called Broker's Charm. Some unrecognizable name. It's draw 2 cards, destroy an enchantment, +1/+0 pseudo fight. Could be okay. I'll just put it over here for now. Yeah, problem of course just like filling out the early curve of this deck is probably impossible. There's just like no good spells to play. You can play Censor, I don't know. Yeah, the deck really needs Noble Hierarch. The green man elves are really bad. Yeah, I could play Brineborn Cutthroat. I kinda hate that card, but I'll consider it. I hate that card from like a modern perspective of people always suggesting it. March, you can maybe play March, you can maybe play Portable Hole. You got some options. We'll focus on the game. I'll figure it out. You know, that's my job. Figure this stuff out off stream. If it's good, play it on stream. Pilgrim not Pioneer legal. I wish it was though. I love that card. All right, this card has 4 toughness when it flips. So I think correct to just go upkeep, Opus, kill this, tap 2 lands. Is Channel good in Vintage Cube? Yeah, it's pretty good. I guess if I target these 2, they can't activate the den. So better to maybe get them off more green, although unlikely to be relevant at all. Well, Cindervine sure has dealt me 4 damage, huh? Can kill the Gearhulk, but I think that's fine as well. Oh boy. 1 card in my opponent's hand. Probably just holding up mana this turn. Yeah, now definitely holding up mana. And I'm definitely winning the late game too, so I think it makes sense to hold back the elemental. So I think what we're going to do is go Creativity X equals 2 on the Spirit tokens. Flashback 2 Prismari Commands, killing both elves, making 2 treasures, and then holding up Aether Gust / Dig Through Time, or I guess a little short of / Dig Through Time. Pretty good turn. Can we trade? That betrays is not Pioneer legal. There is Void Winnower though, which is maybe good in some matchups. I could probably keep this on the draw in the blind. I love Elder Deep Fiend. I don't know if there's a good home for it in Pioneer. I remember there was like this. I had this one brew with it a while ago that was kind of interesting, but okay, this is worst matchup. this has definitely been the trend of today. 2-0 lose to mono blue. Main phasing that to like lose to Spell Pierce plus the Creativity card, or just Rattle Chains. Although when they keep a 1-lander, I guess it's easier, huh? Put money where my mouth is and play auras. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of decks in Pioneer that I think could be really good too, like auras and like white-based decks with Archon / Thalia. Like I believe in both of those ideas, but boy does it sound really boring. So. think I'm actually going to impulse here. Darth, thank you for the Switch Prime. Appreciate you. Shout out to all the Darths out there. Get the land. Awesome. Go to creativity now. What do people in Pioneer not play Days Undoing and Legacy go Narset? They do. Like, that was a thing for a little while. It was kind of popular. Collective Defiance is way better, though. Because, like, Collective Defiance is a castable spell when Narset's not in play, when Days Undoing is, like, really, like, just not that castable. I guess I'm going to Typhoon. Hopefully I can hit a land, kill this, make a treasure. Third Wanderer, but no second land for them still. Found a land, interest tapped. I'm definitely just gonna counter, but it's okay. Let's go. They've already given up. Yeah, but like the Auras decks and like the Taxes decks, like those are two strategies I like historically have really not enjoyed playing. I don't like to have an attitude, oh, that's not a deck I'm going to play on stream, but I just kind of want somebody else to do it for me. So, yeah, we'll see, right? Dude, I'm lucky for my opponent to miss this many land drops. Okay, so let's go Dig Through Time. I think just for 2 mana. No, we would do it for 3, leaving the command of the yard. And then we can pay for Spell Pierce, we can pay for counter unless they pay 3, then we can discard Opus, because they're probably not going to play those cards. Is this still the green format? There's been a lot of mono green, but I've actually been, I think, finally able to figure out how to metagame against green enough that I've been beating it a lot lately. I think, like with the, like, today on stream, I think we're like 3-1 against mono green, 2-0 against green red ramp. What do you suggest for Blue Dragons to play instead of Iteration? Ledger Shredder, but I don't know. That's another thing I've been wanting to do. Hopefully I'll figure out a cool deck to play instead of another dopey, instead of just mono dopey blue-red decks. Tyler, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate you. More like Thalia, Guardian of Thun. Yeah, I know exactly. But I don't want that to deter me from, you know, exploring the format too much. It's on my to-do list. I think we just Dig Through Time. Try to force a counterspell. Opponent, they're just good, I guess. Let's take these 2. Well, I guess I'm kind of worried about Brazen Borrower on my treasure token. Probably should just not play around that hard. Just do X=1 here. Texas seems really rough into mono green. Maybe, but the white Archon I think is really good against them. I could be wrong, but I think you can probably build it that it's okay against mono green. They do have it. So we can counter we can, you know, kill the Brazen Borrower. And then I guess, like, they have to have exactly Spell Pierce, Famous Last Words, but we'll just, like, play into it, I guess. Okay, cool. I think I just want to get max board pressure, flash back the Opus instead of the Dig Through Time. Yeah, yeah, it could be possible that it's a green-white Coco deck that plays, like, you could do something like 8 mana elves, Archon, Coco, Thalia, the 2 mana 1/1, put a +1 counter on a permanent each turn, Brutal Cathar, other green-white cards in the deck. Can I trim? I probably can't ever trim 4th Gearhulk, actually. Could be wrong about that. Let's do something like this. Yeah, this deck was pretty cool. Maybe I'll do something like this later. I liked that. This was a cool deck tech. Playing fires now is interesting. Why is Boon Satyr not a big card in Pioneer? Dude, the first card I ever like spec'd on in my Magic history career. Every new player does this once. I saw Boon Satyr. I was like, this card is cracked. This card is the best card I've ever seen. I bought like 20 copies and I think I pre-ordered them for like $4 or $5 each. And you know they never. I mean they were okay. They were fine in standard. They were fine in standard, but not quite Pioneer power level. So the draw against mono blue, feeling pretty fortunate to have one game won. I probably have to keep this hand, although you know a lot of lands is nice. Otawara is nice. Not the best hand though. Boon Satyr pretty good with Broker's Charm. Wow, you're right. Mine was Naban. Got Saffron Olived. That video was pretty good though. The idea is to put Darksteel Citadel in Creativity, then I reread Creativity. Yeah, you could get Karn for it. How come Pioneer doesn't ever see Tails End? I mean, you could play Tails End in this format. It would be fine. I think I'm going to kill the Rattle Chains now to play around second Rattle Chains. Kind of bad into possible Creativity, but I do have the Fry, so they have to have like land, Creativity, second Rattle Chains for this to be like super bad. Land, Creativity. Okay, let's see. And then they also have to not activate the Spirit in turn, which I guess that's probably pretty likely because no one ever freaking activates this card. It's just a 1-mana 1/1. What did I say? Creativity or Curiosity? Curious Obsession? Whatever. Whatever. Alright, you already drew one Rattle Chains. Don't have the nuts here, please. Although I guess they stumbled pretty bad last game, huh? Tank, 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 tank. Rattle Chains. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. 4 cards in opponent's hand. 2 mana Supreme Phantom. 3 cards in opponent's hand. We need this to resolve really badly. Yeah, never resolving though. Oh yeah, I remember that you loved Biomass Mutation. I remember not having the heart to tell you. It was bad back then. Okay, 2 cards in opponent's hand. Faceless Haven. Can bounce that with Otawara. Yeah, they probably have another counterspell with that tank there. Another land. Good limited, yeah, maybe. Maybe, huh? Alright, so bounce the Faceless Haven. Somebody earlier was asking why Otawara doesn't say non-land permanent. This is why. It's balanced to be able to bounce manlands or Saga. What changed to make the list from last time? I'm up to 3 Prismari Command. That card's been really impressive. And cut the 4th dig through time for it. And the sideboard's like, I think 5 or 6 cards different. I thought that when you drew the namesake card of a deck, it was supposed to be a good draw. Probably not. It's supposed to Creativity my opponent's Supreme Phantom super aggressively. Probably gonna have to settle this in game 3. I know we kept a super mana flooded hand. Oh, my opponent's not Faceless Having. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, time to play Dwarven Mine. Just unban the red fetch lands, I think. It's probably fine. Alright, game 3. Brutal. Oh, right, the Haven was... No, the Haven wasn't summoning sick then. They replayed it last turn. They played it post-combat. Pioneer, other than 3-mana Ashiok, there's nothing that stops a player from searching their library. As far as I know, there's not, no. There's Avid Mind Censor. Avid Mind Censor. Obviously. Will this deck work by swapping Creativity Package for Narset Defiance? I mean, that's just a completely different deck, but it wouldn't be a one-for-one split anyways. I do think that Narset Collected Defiance, like, in a blue-red control deck, is probably very good. Play Ledger Shredder over the iterations you lost. And the deck's going to be just fine, I think. Yeah, a lot of blue-red last 2 days. I do want to try to return to Pioneer. Like, I have like a Urza Saga list with unlicensed Hearse that like I've had like prepped for a few days, and maybe I'll play that tomorrow. I've been meaning to do it. I think it looks okay, but I guess I'm also like not really sure like what split of 3 jobs I want to do. I'm still playing like a couple cards that make me not have Gigantha. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Prismari Command myself here. Obviously, they may counter, and that'd be fine too. If they counter this, then maybe we can go untap Prismari Command, kill Wanderer, make a treasure token. Is this my favorite colors? It has been the last couple days. I would say also, like, yes, overall, my favorite 2-color combination has got to be Izzet, but I'm also like definitely not the kind of, I'm not kind of like a specific color combo fanboy or anything. Okay, they didn't sack Wanderer against a Prismari Command earlier. We'll see if they realize they can this time. They can. Okay, pay 1, extra treasure token. Helps cast this Gearhulk. 14 cards in their deck. Or, sorry, 4 cards in their hand. Even Mind Censor does what I needed to do, thanks. Sounds like somebody's field of ruining their opponents. So ominous. Even Mind Censor does what I needed to do, Spike. Thank you, thank you. Least favorite color combo? Maybe Simic. Just like very proactive, sorcery speed, dopey card draw. Tends to like to be a bit more reactive. I started playing Magic with green-white, so like maybe that would be the answer. If I wasn't like nostalgic for the color combo, you know. Dispute's getting kind of dead. I think I just graveyard it. Although I don't love drawing a land necessarily. 3 cards in their hand. So let's attack first. Then I think I'm probably supposed to go end of turn Gearhulk into untap Creativity. Yeah, I think if I hadn't started as a Celestia player, then I almost definitely would say Celestia is my least favorite color combo, but or 2-card color combo, but because I started with it, it's probably Simic. You know, Uro Oko also still kind of haunting my dreams. A 3 color combo? My favorite's probably Jeskai or Grixis. Probably Jeskai. And then my least favorite's unfortunately Naya. Although I had a Naya brew this year. An above average number of Naya brews. Naya is also probably like the least played 3-color combo in Modern's history. Maybe Sultai. Either Sultai or Naya. What? This resolved? My opponent's hands must be like all negates, I guess? How did this resolve? What my opponent has 4 cards in their hand. I'm gonna keep another Gearhulk. I'm gonna keep another Gearhulk if this is gonna resolve. Definitely keeping it. 3 mana in my combat step to channel Otawara on my Gearhulk. Okay, I guess. Is it Abzan at least played at Modern? I think historically it's Naya or Sultai. Abzan was like a... There was one like Worlds event that was all Abzan decks actually. So we can pay for Spell Pierce and they can't dispute, so I think I like Creativity X equals 2 here. And then I think both of these are going to be 2 damage loot. Okay, just concede. Dude, 2-0ing mono blue with this deck feels great because this is like definitely your worst. Oh, sorry, we lost it. We 2-1. Definitely worst matchup though. On to 3-0. Keepable hand. I think there's a better shelf for my Great Persist than mono black. I mean, Esper is pretty reasonable. The Mardu is pretty reasonable, but my favorite is the mono black. Now, I may just be like a little bit too nerdy about that deck building and be like, oh, I just love like the transformative sideboard and like increasing your range of nut draws game 1. Like that, like conceptually, really excites me. But it may not be like the best deck overall. I don't know. Opponents on a mold to 5 on the play with a green deck, probably mono green devotion. And they reveal an Elvish Mystic. I'd love to get a nice 1-for-1 against the mold to 5 on the play. And then looks like we're going to be set up somewhat well for a fast-ish creativity against a deck that's stumbling. What's the last Golgari deck? I played GAC. I've definitely played like my fair share of like Golgari decks in Pioneer and Modern. I've definitely played a few since Hogak. I actually didn't even play like that much Hogak. I remember like, you know, that was like right when I was starting to stream, was right after Modern Horizons 1, and and like the Magic Online leagues were still like pretty interesting because not that many people grinded Hogak in the leagues because it was so clearly broken and busted, and everybody was playing 4 ley lines anyways. But it wasn't like that popular in the league, so you could kind of like still get away with playing Magic for a little bit while it was legal, and like, you know, Modern Horizons had just come out, so it was a somewhat interesting format too. Do I miss Hogak? Fuck no. What kind of question is that? What kind of question is, do I miss Hogak? Dude, my career was born on the day that they banned Faithless Looting and they banned Hogak. And I don't think I could do what I have done if they like let those cards be legal for much longer than they did. I think discard Fable, Prismari Command. Don't love drawing this many lands. I also don't really want to kill the Old Growth Troll. It might actually, I think actually kind of like just passing and holding up either Censor or channel Sokenzan mana, because it'd be kind of cool to be able to Creativity X equals 2 next turn. How many mono green have we seen today? Not as many as there have been. Valky was definitely more broken than Hogak. I know this is a conversation we have every couple of weeks, I feel, but yeah, Valky easily more broken than Hogak. They're not attacking with this troll ever, right? I mean, I would love for them to attack. Okay, so flip the Fable. And then it's going to be kind of an interesting conversation whether we Creativity X equals 2 and put an extra Gearhulk into play this turn, or leave the ability to copy Gearhulk with Reflection. I kind of feel like, I think that copying Gearhulk Reflection is better, and I could also Fiery Impulse, or hold up Fiery Impulse, I guess. Could cast the Fiery Impulse to kill the Old Growth Troll, and instead of using Prismari Command, but I should probably just deal 2 damage to this and loot, right? Maybe, I guess making a treasure is good for the creativity in hand. Yeah, I'll just draw loot, make a treasure, then I think I discard land. Impulse the troll, which is good with their Kiora, but And ramps them too, jeez. Yeah, maybe killing the troll's not even correct, I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, being able to copy Gearhulk is really good in this matchup. Yeah, I guess I just ramped him into this, huh? Dude, Old Growth Troll is so freaking good. Valky wouldn't even work in no ban list. Yeah. That is the thing about Valky too. Is it doesn't even, they changed the rules so it doesn't function anymore. So it's hard to like play test against other decks. But like how the rules worked back then, it was I think so easily the best deck ever in Modern's history. I played a PTQ with a deck that was completely metagamed against it. Oh dude, 2 Storm of the Festivals. But I played a deck that was playing 4 Force of Negation in the main, 3 Pithing Needles in the main, 4 Teferi Time Raveler, Noble Hierarch to cast Teferi Time Raveler on turn 2. I was just, again, 100% gearing to beat the deck. Like, main decking Needle for Valky. And it was just, like, laughably not close to good enough. and I say this, I tell this part of the story all the time, too. But at one point, probably want to keep the Typhoon. But at one point, my opponent resolved a turn 1 Valky through a Force of Negation when they were on the play. When they went Simian Spirit Guide, Violent Outburst into Commandeer my Force of Negation. It was just nauseating. So let's kill the Kiora. And then I think I cast the Consider. Graveyard that. Cast the Fable. Devo Cam, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you. We need to find some. We really need to find Magma Opus, but if we can find a Magma Opus soon, we're doing okay. Check the 5-0 and Pioneer dude made a 5-0 4th ally for Archon, as I said. What was the version? Was it green, white, mono, white? If you link it to me, I'll take a look, but I can't really look now. I think they hit Karn Kiora, brutal. No more love for Crackling Draken, is it? I guess not. Dude, wait, they're not really... Are they infinite with Pestilent Cauldron already? I think they're like a little light on Green Devotion, right? Oh no, they have 10? I think that's enough. I wrote it... Hold on. Let me read my guide. I wrote through the combo a little while ago. I can't remember. Need 14. Okay, you need, yeah, Nykthos the taps for 14. They are a little short, actually. So I'm not sure what I'm missing. I can't show this on screen, you guys. This is paywalled content. But Karn the Great Creator, grab the Cauldron, second Karn in the graveyard, 2 copies of Cure, either hand or graveyard, Nykthos tap 14, and then black mana for Overgrown Tomb, Chromatic Lantern. Oh yeah, I was suggesting playing a Chromatic Lantern on the sideboard so that to go with your Golos and to combo with Pestilent Cauldron. I didn't know if that was necessarily good. I've never seen the combo before make them do it. They don't have enough mana to do it. as far as you need 14 mana to, I think, be mana neutral and or go off here, but they have 10 devotion, so I believe that they're short here. Any thoughts to Fading Hope in the 75 instead of Fire Impulse? You need to removal spells instead of bounce spells. It's just like bounce spell. Like there's a reason why bounce spells are not, and not people just in Modern and Pioneer don't play bounce spells over removal spells. You need to actually kill the creature. Yeah, because casting Kiora, Karn, and the Burst is going to give them only, and then activating 2 mana for Nykthos. That's not enough. Yeah, so now they've chosen Meteor Golem, realizing that they can't perform the loop. And so hopefully they Meteor Golem my Torrential Gearhulk and not the Reflector Mage. Or sorry, the Reflection. Yeah, the Reflection, obviously. Okay. Still not in good shape, but not dead. Let's discard maybe Typhoon and Creativity. I want to keep 1 Creativity, but I also really want to find a Magma Opus so badly. Need to dig, and I need to have a land to discard Opus and Creativity X equals 1 because they're Karn shutting off treasures. We did not hit. Here, oh, Sulfur Falls just tapped. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, no. I guess I could try to consider mill over an Opus. That's like definitely highest upside. Dig Through Time, probably worth keeping in hand, though. I'm still kind of toast. I can Creativity, Golem Token, Goblin, Gearhulk, kill Magma, or kill this, attack Harm, but they just block with Old Growth Troll and they kill me next turn. So I feel like I'm very dead. I think I'm just going to concede. I don't think I've outs. Settle it in the sideboard games. Do have a lot of sideboard cards for this matchup. We also beat Mono Green round 1, right? Our first 2 rounds of this league were Mono Green and then Green Red, I think. We're going to bring in the full 4 Gust, full 4 Stroke, cutting the Censors, and I think I was cutting Fable 4, Dig 3, 2 Considers. Yeah, I know that the Sulfur Falls are pretty awkward, but I think in a deck with so many blue spells and creativity, you just need to play as many dual lands as you possibly can, even more so than the pathways. And like the decision of Sulfur Falls and Spirebluff Canal is kind of interesting, which one to play 4 copies of. I think you only want 3 pathways. But like, you know, Sulfur Falls having the potential to enter untapped late game is really relevant. Green Red Ramp or Green Red Aggro. Yeah, maybe we played against Green Red Ramp, Green Red Aggro, then Mono Blue. Maybe it was all the Mono Green matches today were with the Delver deck actually. But Shivan Reef, people keep suggesting Shivan Reef. That card, you know, I think is pretty bad. But I don't know. You can maybe play like 1 Shivan Reef. Come on, play your elf. It's unfair when they don't play an elf into your Fire Impulse. I will cycle Typhoon for 0 if I don't Fire Impulse something. Any thoughts of playing Locust God version of Creativity? Seems like way worse than this one, to be honest. It's my current take on it. Yeah, Valakut Awakening is something else that was suggested. You can play some Awakenings. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I don't really know exactly like what numbers I'm super comfortable with when it comes to Awakening here. Okay, so let's discard Magma Opus. I think Magma Opus Fable. Because I think I just want a Creativity next turn and then hold up the Stroke this turn. Any thoughts on Ulamog in the deck? I think you just want to play the 4 Gearhulks. I don't know why you really want to play Ulamog. Wonder if we could be cutting some pathways for basics. The problem with basics is like they also hurt. It hurts your mana to play basics in the deck in general, right? Because you're playing, because you're playing all these cheap blue spells and then creativity. So I think like just actual dual lands are really what's important. Well, tapping out of Disdainful Stroke this turn. Love to draw this Aether Gust though. They hit a Nykthos and they can activate it. Cavalier is like +3 mana. So gross. Another Cavalier. Not a Nykthos this time. Kind of, I think we're in a somewhat winnable position. Yeah, definitely winnable. Not sure if we're ahead, but I do feel like we're not like super behind either. We need some help from the top of the library. Yeah, no, it sounds like Copium, but I mean, like we just have 3 Time Walks in our hand, and their attacks are also like not super good. Okay, I think pretty easy double block here. think Locust Sky combo is better against exactly mono green since they can't disrupt your instant win. Yeah, isn't the I can't remember exactly how the Lotus God combo deck wins, but I thought it was like somewhat convoluted. Like it's Lotus God plus what? Okay, they put a card on top, which we can stroke next turn. Oh, they also misordered the blockers to not even kill my token. Why is nobody playing Lotus Field at MTGO? I mean, he does have a bad mono green matchup. You know, I think one thing I really significantly evaluated about the matchup of mono green versus Lotus Field is how consistently mono green can find Karn now because of Storm the Festival. It's like a lot easier to find it now. Copium, says the chat. We're not that bad here. Copium. into early concession by the opponent. Okay, go to game 3. I think I like the sideboard plan. Yeah, thank you for the Disdainful Stroke, Tech Timu. You're like absolutely right about it. I've been liking it a lot. One land does have sideboard cards. Consider if this entered untapped, I'd be like kind of inclined to keep this. I think I just mulligan though. Can keep this on 6 on the draw against mono green, although hand needs to draw a land, and hand also kind of needs to kill an elf. If they don't have an elf here, this hand's kind of bad. Yeah. I think I'll still hold up the impulse on turn 1. Dude, someone carried it. It's broken. How's the new place so far? It's nice. We did have to replace the AC. We knew we were going to have to replace it at some point. It was really old. We had to replace it like immediately, and it was like a lot of extra money we were hoping to not have to spend because we already spent all our money, but it's going well. I like the new place a lot. Athena likes it. Esther likes it. Doommaker got to come and visit us too. But we didn't get to build his bed frame in time. Wait, they're untapping the forest? Why are they untapping the forest? Yeah. AC in Texas like is not like a negotiable thing. You have to have it. They have Skylasher. I think we're about to get Skylashered. Maybe they have Beseiju. Where did the pet Athena channel redemption go? I mean, Athena unfortunately like spends her whole day with Esther instead of me. But that's because she like knows during the stream like I don't give her any attention outside of the channel points. I bought Athena this like, I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but I bought her a chair in hopes that she would sit. It's downstairs right now, but I wanted to put it in the stream background. Yeah, I don't think I really cared too much about the Hydra. Maybe I should care about it. But I think like just having an opportunity where I don't have to counter something and I get to loot, make a treasure is going to be kind of nice. They don't get to draw a card of Kiora. I'm definitely going to discard Fable. I guess it's Fable Impulse. I really need to find a Magma Opus. So, if I have to cast the Stroke here, it's probably correct for me to go loot 2 Stroke just to try to find. Oh well, I guess it's only +1 mana right now. Horace with 13 months, appreciate you. Is Rip worth against mono green? Probably not. AC with 11 months, appreciate you. Maybe 1 copy. You have only 1 Modern and 1 Pioneer, get a paper, and money wasn't a concern. What 2 decks would I pick? If it was only 1, like I usually would like to play like it would probably be like Murktide and Blue Red Delver, just because those are decks I can play over and over and over again in basically any meta. Yeah, we need to find Magma Opus. We need to find it right now. So, can Creativity or Gearhulk next turn? Maybe just Gearhulk Stroke next turn. Not sure. If I draw Magma Opus, I can go Creativity, discard, or discard, cast Creativity, X equals 1. It's not really that good, though. think I just hold up Gearhulk this turn. Yeah, because I can maybe Gearhulk Stroke, and then attack Kiora. Oh, I missed my opponent's weird champ comment. So they have 4 mana left. If they untap the Nykthos, can't storm the festival very far, I guess, at least. Okay, not a bad draw. So let's go attack Kiora, and I think draw step, stroke the Hydra. Oh, don't actually have the Skylasher. Oh, I can't. Okay. Fuck. I'm just dead if I gust this. They actually have the Skylasher. How have they not had the mana to cast this the whole time? I'm just dead to the Hydra. If I Disdainful Stroke the Skylasher, I think, yeah. Kind of unreal. So now I think I have to wait till a combat and stroke the Hydra, or gust the Hydra, stroke whatever they play. Can't I take one more lick from Hydra? I can't take a hit from... I'm talking about Lair of the Hydra. No, I don't have enough mana. I'm 1 mana short of Gust into Creativity. It's okay. We'll lose the Skylasher. Obviously, hoping that they play a spell and don't activate the Lair, but they probably activate the Lair. Just drop the Thumbtack on the ground too. I'm gonna step on that for sure. Rough game. Stupid Skylasher. Prediction live. This hand's very close. It's kind of hard to mulligan Creativity plus Magma Opus. This hand even just needs to draw one more land because we can Legend roll the Sokenzans if we need to. Good Creativity, they're 2 creatures and hope he hits 2 Hydras. Yeah, maybe. I guess that was my only out. When I run Burning Hands, the deck is so prevalent. Well, I have 4 Aether Gust, 4 Disdainful Strokes, which I think are better sideboard cards for the deck. But I'm prepared. I've got 8 sideboard cards for the matchup. Jund? Land. Okay. Do you have to wait one more turn? Adam with the 3 months, appreciate ya. Yeah, it could be Niv. Players can't sacrifice downland permanents or cast spells to activate abilities. So I can't sack my treasure token, right? Yeah. That's okay, I can just do Creativity. On Magma Opus to be lacking in this matchup because Niv overpowers it. Stroke. Yeah, Disdainful Stroke is probably pretty good here, I agree. I've been kind of surprised to hear that Niv overpowers it though, but we'll see what happens. Okay, they can even, but they lose their Caryatid, which is nice. Adam, I don't know if I said thank you for your sub, but thank you for your sub, by the way. So we have only 1 Gearhulk left in the deck, so future copies of Creativity aren't going to be as good. Okay, so imagine they're going to put a Niv into play this turn. The Sorcery Speak Magma Opuses are pretty bad unless we play the combo. Yeah, you could be right. Again, I don't even know that I played this matchup once. They're minusing on the token. Wasn't necessarily expecting that to be the line. I think I'm discarding Impulse Fable. Yeah, I wanted the Prismari Command to kill the Tybalt pretty badly. Okay, so then we'll go 2 damage loot. Maybe I can also dig through time if I find a blue source. 2 blue sources. I think we'll discard one of these 2 and second Fable again. Could maybe have discarded the Typhoon. I'm not sure. Hardcast Typhoon might be kind of great. Omnath. Hopefully not Omnath into Fabled Passage. Cool. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to leave the Prismari Command of the yard. Probably have to take a land here. Yeah. Do I take land creativity? It's probably fine. Okay. So now I can go... Yeah, I guess I just Sorcery Speak Magma Opus this turn. Kill the Omnath. They had a Fatal Push. Sorry, I guess not. Fatal Push doesn't work on the treasure token. Pretty nice. Like, obviously the Opuses have lined up pretty well against my opponent, just playing like their 4 toughness creatures into, like, right into it as well. Okay, now this is just a removal spell for Niv Mizzet, or I guess discard fodder. Vanishing Verse, Ruins, Hardcast Shark. That's true, yeah. That's true. Yeah, probably just be better to like Gearhulk dig this turn. I guess this could also be make a big shark though. Main phase loot 2. That's fine. I guess that's fine with me. Discarding Portable Hole and Sylvan Caryatid, plays Mana Confluence. So if they do have dig through time, they probably can't get Niv. Okay, they do have the Niv itself. And then they put Vanishing Verse, Dovin's Veto, and Bring to Light into their hand. So pretty easy, I think, to just start off, copy Gearhulk, flashback, dig through time. Magma Opus Fable seems okay. Although, oh, I didn't notice the 4 censors. I think I just attack with this Gearhulk and then maybe I just hardcast the Typhoon. No, they have the Vanishing Verse. I forgot about the verse. They also have Bring to Light for a sweeper. Bring to Light for a sweeper. I don't think I'm supposed to kill the Niv, because then they can just Bring to Light for another Niv. I know I can Gearhulk flashback Prismari Command. I think I like playing the Fable because I get to discard the 2 dead creativities, and then I can potentially discard the Magma Opus and like Gearhulk it back on their turn. I could potentially go hardcast Opus though into. I could potentially go hardcast Opus into Opus. Obviously, like they're almost definitely going to break up Reflection plus Gearhulk. Just see what happens. If they attack with the Niv, maybe it's good to just like not take 6. Was Hardcast Typhoon? Yeah, Hardcast Typhoon was bad because they showed us. Hold on, I saw in the chat. I saw in the chat that they put Vanishing. Oh, there it is. The Vanishing Verse. Bring to Light Dovin's Veto. So yeah, the Typhoon's bad against the Vanishing Verse we know about. Frost the 2-pack, another deck tech, I'm assuming. A lot of deck techs for Frost lately. I think because I'm probably not going to discard the Opus this game, I'm just going to instead gain 6 with a cycle. Both Nissa, Spiral, Cultivate, Pilgrimage, Card the Great Creator, Nissu Shakes the World, Grazer, Krasis, Titan of Industry. So I guess this is kind of the same idea as the green-red ramp deck that you are trying to dodge removal spells on the mana dorks and just play a more traditional ramp strategy. Which I think is fine. I like Grazer a lot in the shell. Grazer's like maybe quietly your best card. I think that this definitely seems like a very good first draft with that idea in mind. I'm probably would be interested in like second Hinterland Harbor to get you up to 14 blue sources, cutting like third layer of the Hydra. I guess the islands too, but 16 blue is pretty good too. Getting the third layer seems fine. I I also like not sure how good like these Titan of Industries are to ramp into. They're probably okay. The Crises are probably okay. Seems like you're pretty light on your card and sideboard too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is like, yeah, I think you probably want like 10 card targets. Or not play the card at all. Like you play like Shark Typhoon in the main deck instead or something. Yeah, deck, it does look pretty cool. I like Nissa a lot too. I always have a soft spot for Nissa. Maybe kind of light on forests. 0 copies of like Ulamog Emrakul are probably incorrect too. Like I think that like I think you maybe want to do like a 2-2 split of Titan of Industry and Eldrazi Titans. I could see that being the direction to go. But actual 0 Eldrazi Titans I think has got to be wrong. What is this? What is this? What is that card? Destroy. Choose a creature planeswalker, destroy all of the creatures planeswalkers, and the other side is a like selfless spirit. I've never seen this card before. Pretty interesting. Although we're still doing pretty good, I'm gonna I think just upkeep, tap their Niv, tap their headquarters, cast Magma Opus, deal them 4. Oops. Yeah, it's a Dune Blast, huh? And yeah, I feel like you could pretty easily like cut your coursers of crew fixes and your trackers. Oh, I forgot they have the Dovin's veto too. Sorry, I totally forgot about the veto. Although we kind of have to play into it somewhat anyways. And yeah, and obviously you're going to want to more so like kind of copy like the mono green card sideboard to some extent. I'm not sure exactly what spells to play, but I think you want like to shoot for at least 10 card targets in Pioneer. Okay. We also get to transform the Saga again. Can consider if we want. Probably don't have too many vetoes in their deck, right? Famous last words. Be mono green blue white auras, no longer hate Pioneer. Yeah, I mean that's like your best matchup too, right? Yeah, we need more auras players. I'm saving the format. Not something I thought I'd ever say. So I have another Prismari Command, consider, and I guess these 2 cards potentially flash back with my next Gearhulk. Yeah, apparently they play at least 1 veto main, or at least this player is. I forgot to go for the no card plan and said, yeah, it's either that. It's either like, you know, play 10 sideboard cards for it or not play it at all, which is probably, maybe that's better. They're going to kill my Gearhulk in response to me copying. Oh, they're just conceding. Well, I'll take that. Definitely okay with my opponent just conceding. I'll play... I'm interested in all 12 of the blue sideboard cards. I don't know if I'm actually going to play them, but I do think that they're all good. I think I can maybe actually cut, like, all the Prismari commands potentially. I don't think that Niv doesn't play Hearst, does it? There's no way Niv plays Hearst. Maybe Claudio's out here playing Hearst though. Let me double check. Can't remember. Oh, Claudio. There's a Sirach Dragonclaw. Oh, here's this card. I totally missed it before. Yeah, sometimes rip. Okay, this seems fine. Let's submit here. Oh, Claudio, give me your technology. I think Karn the Great Critter could fit in Esper Greasefang. I think that Karn is like almost exclusively good in decks that are playing a lot of ramp. I don't think that Karn is like particularly good in decks like Greasefang. Getting creativity probably makes creativity less consistent. It does, yeah, but we still have, you know, other creativity enablers. I love the graveyard of Magma Opus, although I do need to find a land. Do need to find a land soon. I have no tech stat. Well, I saw the NDFC card, the like Selfless Spirit / Dune Blast. I didn't realize like that was a Brink to Light target. It's pretty cool. Saved. Opponent put the Keratin on top. That's great for me too. Big hoser for mono green. Yeah, see, I really like it. So let's discard Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon Dig. Probably fine. No land. Can maybe find a land off the Magma Opus that I'm casting, I guess. Although I wonder if it makes sense to hold up Stroke this turn. Nah, I'll just cast the Creativity. They missed their land drop too. Is there a way around Hearse? Yeah, we have 3 main deck Prismari commands to kill Hearse. Also, like, I find, dude, they just pass. I've actually found a lot of the times, too, like, your opponent will tap Hearse into turn, and you can try to play to find a window to Gearhulk in response to Hearse, although sometimes that requires your opponent to, like, make a mistake, but I find, like, a lot of players do play into it. Probably should have main phased that verse, right? They're not playing your list. Well, yeah. What's the tell here? I mean, you were playing Niv, right? I can't remember. I know that you kind of waffle back and forth sometimes. Need to look at it a bit more closely. What is this? Kolagun's command, kill my reflection, make me discard a card. Well, probably be okay with that. Guess I'll discard the second stroke. What's the top 8 to showcase? Yeah, I remember, like, I looked at both of your lists over the weekend. I couldn't remember, like, the big differences, to be honest. I kind of like Fable this turn, hold up Stroke. It could be incorrect, not just like jam the Creativity because I'm playing more into a counter spell. But I think that there's, you know, probably not going to be too many wrong answers here. Kind of feel like they should have killed the treasure instead of discard. Yeah, I agree with that too. Although maybe we have some bias because we know our hand, right? And they don't know our hand. Okay, so we get to potentially discard. Okay, I think I'll discard one of the Creativities and leave everything else in the hand. And then I think Upkeep Gearhulk is kind of good, because if they have Dovin's Veto, which is, you know, their most likely counterspell, I still get to resolve the 5/6, and then I can tap 2 of their lands if they don't have counter magic. And then if they counter this, if they do have counter magic here, it obviously taps them on their upkeep, and then I can maybe untap in Creativity. Is it viable to play Enigmatic Incarnation? Yeah, there's an Enigmatic Incarnation deck. I think Claudio's also like the main one, pioneering that one too. I like targeting the Overgrown Tomb here because this is not a land that can tap for Dovin's Veto, by the way. I guess if they veto, they still get to get the tomb untapped. Which is fine. Totally fine. Hopefully we can set up for Reflection plus Gearhulk, which is always just so freaking fun. And then how many Gearhulks do I have left? I think I have 2, right? So I should be able to go Creativity X equals 2. And then Dig Through Time Consider, or Dig Through Time... I just Dig Through Time Consider. I guess I have to target these two so I can keep up the stroke. I guess this is like really bad into natural Supreme Verdict, but we could just like find a Typhoon, and then they're like down a bunch of mana. But I guess you could maybe consider this overcommitting, huh? Okay, take Opus and Gust probably. Gust or Stroke. I have two strokes, so I'll take a Gust. Well, if Veil of Summer was legal, I would Gust a Bring to Light here, but it's not legal, so I'll use the Stroke. Cool. So 4-1 that league. Pretty good stream today. 3-2, 3-2, 4-1. Definitely still liking both of the Izzet decks. I think tomorrow I'll be trying to return to Modern unless I have like a, another sick Pioneer deck or something, but I'm kind of itching to play some Modern. I do have like some like non-magic obligations tonight, so we'll see what I can get done, but I'll definitely have some time. Prediction paid out. Good stream, good chat, everybody.